Say, look out, back with another banger. Hey, make sure you hit this like and subscribe button. Me on 1090J today. This is an interesting story, kind of weird. Somebody broke into this teenager boy house. Yeah, I guess they made a twerk on Facebook Live or RG Live, bro. Like, these YNs is crazy. That's crazy work, bro. But let's get into the story. See how 1090J finna break it down, bro. Cause this is crazy. Ain't no motherfucking way.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090J. Man, I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with me. And for this one, I got a strange one coming out of Memphis after a group of men broke into a home, kidnapped a 17-year-old, and then forced him to twerk at gunpoint.
Two people have been arrested and another wanted for forcing a juvenile to strip naked and dance at gunpoint and streaming it on Facebook Live. This is all according to Memphis police. According to arrest documents, Wardell Buford, Cameron Eagleston, and Damon Frazier showed up and asked the victim where his friend was. Police say Eagleston pulled out a gun. Frazier pulled the victim's clothes off. The three forced him to dance while completely nude, and the three again streamed this on Facebook Live. Buford and Eagleston were both arrested today. Frazier is still wanted.
Hey, look at me if y'all gotta take that L. This what y'all letting the YNs do down there. This what y'all letting them boys do down there, huh, Memphis? Y'all gotta take the L on this one, my boy.
They all face especially aggravated sexual exploitation charges, among others.
So they pull a gun, and Damon Frazier, who's still on the run, decides to rip this kid's clothes off. And then they put him on Facebook Live and made him dance. Now, the Memphis police received a tip last Monday about a Facebook live stream that allegedly showed a fully nude underage boy who was assaulted and forced to dance while being held at gunpoint. Officers found and met with the victim, who told police the incident began when three men arrived at his apartment looking for his friend who wasn't home. The victim said the group forcibly pulled him outside after he told them he didn't know where his friend was. Video evidence reportedly shows Frazier ripping off the boy's clothes before Eggleston holds the victim at gunpoint and forces him into a blue Honda. So this is Frazier, the one with the bait that likes pulling people's clothes off, apparently. Buford, the alleged driver, then drove the victim and the other two suspects to Greenbrier Apartments in Frazier, where Eggleston reportedly began streaming himself assaulting the naked victim. Police said in that Facebook Live video, Eggleston also forced the victim to dance while exposed and pointed a firearm at his face while saying, "I'll kill you right now." Now, I'm wondering why they were looking for the other guy. Because this was just the kid that was home. It doesn't say this kid did anything to them, but the other guy wasn't there. So if they're willing to grab the guy they weren't looking for, kidnap him, strip him naked, and hold him at gunpoint saying, "I'll kill you," while making him twerk on Facebook, what did the other guy do? And I wonder what the beef between the 17-year-old and him is now, because all of this happened to this kid because something he did. Now, this is Wardell Buford. This is the driver in this situation here following the kidnapping. And I mean, they've got a list of crazy charges, but the number one common theme between him and Cameron is they both have a bunch of domestic violence, assaults, and, you know, beating women. This dude was apparently holding guns at women, threatening to kill them. I read through some of his affidavits, and I mean, if you look at him, you can kind of get that idea from him, right? He looks like one of those type of people. But come to find out, Wardell is actually a rapper named Bankroll D Slime. We'll jump into one of his interviews.
I grew up in the Beto.
A word?
Frazier.
Oh, man. I heard about Frazier, boy.
Yeah.
Go. Boy, I see you got your gang with you and shit.
And if y'all peep gang, he's saying he grew up in Frazier. The other dude's saying, "Oh, I heard about Frazier." And Frazier is literally where they kidnapped the kid and took him to.
Yeah, but most motherfuckers from Detroit.
I see a lot of foots we stuff around.
A lot of foot soldiers, man.
Man, you want to introduce some of your people? To anybody rap? You know what I'm saying, in the gang? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Negro.
Them the clothes snatchers right there. Them the Facebook twerkers. So I'm gonna turn the music
Facebook
off
torture.
for copyright purposes, but this is D Slime, Wardell Buford, and his group of kidnappers, booty snatchers, booty shakers, whatever you want to call them, right? This is his gang. This is the gang that will pull up on you, take you from your home, bring you to a foreign land, and make you shake it on Facebook Live. This is a serious ass gang. No pun intended. This is a serious ass gang. And it's just hard to believe that this is in Memphis. You know, like this is the same place that brought us Young Dolph. You know what I mean? This is the same place that took Young Dolph. There's a lot of gangster shit that goes on in Memphis, but these dudes, they must be from like the Finesse 2 Times side of Memphis or something like that, because it doesn't make any sense how they're doing this type of stuff. And apparently, this isn't the only situation this year of men twerking in Memphis. 5 men accused of blocking traffic with twerking. 5 people were arrested Monday night after police say they blocked the downtown intersection with their dancing. Police said they saw a 2016 Chevy Malibu, blah, blah, blah. And these are the Memphis All-Stars that are jumping out in traffic, throwing it. Memphis. What y'all got going on over there, bro? This is crazy. This is the group of men that got arrested for twerking in the streets.
But in the end, looks fruitcake-ish.
So not only will they kidnap you and force you, you could be on your way to work and a group of men with wigs will jump out and start twerking, and there's nothing you can do, right? Because Memphis is a stand your ground type of place from what I understand. So if you do something to somebody, they got the legal right to pop you. The booty snatcher gang is running around with drums and Dracos, so you really don't want to play with them. And then, you know, it's a lose-lose. You kind of just have to avoid all of this, right? In whatever best way you can. But as far as charges go, the crazy one who was holding the gun saying, "I'm gonna kill you," and honestly, the rest of them, they've been hit with aggravated kidnapping, aggravated assault, soliciting actual exploitation of a minor, and then another X charge with a minor. So this is most likely gonna end with them being on some type of registry, because this is a minor and these are technically weirdo crimes.
That is a weirdo crime.
Like this isn't some like normal thing like, oh yeah, we robbed them and da 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 da. Nah, y'all stripped them at gunpoint and then made him twerk on Facebook. And it's like the stupidity in recording something just makes it even worse, because you're literally showing the proof. And I'm sure you were trying to embarrass Buddy in the worst way you possibly could, and I mean technically you did, but now you gotta wear that charge. And I don't know, maybe in Tennessee they'll be all right with that in the prison system, but from what I've heard, being in the prison genre early on, stuff like that doesn't really fly anywhere, right? That's some weird shit. Like, what would possess you to do that and then make him do that? It's just not a good look. But I would expect that they would be facing an extraordinary amount of time for this situation. And I tried to get the affidavits. The affidavits haven't been released yet. I am interested in knowing what the other dude did that would have caused this. Because like I said, they weren't looking for this 17-year-old kid. They were looking for whoever he lived with. And that dude got spared, because if they did this to the wrong guy, imagine what they would have did to the right guy. But hey, drop y'all's thoughts in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about rappers kidnapping and making minors shake it. Is that something that gets a pass in hip hop, or did he just destroy his career before it ever started?
That's out of line, bro. That's fugazi. That's not gangster at all, bro. You boys need to talk to them having another man script butt naked in front of you and you record it. Nah, my boy. Memphis, y'all gotta take that. Yeah, that's out of line.